Now, I'm going to be finding out what is the most fun job to do in Bloxburg. Hello guys, it's K-Spade and welcome back to my channel, and I'm going to be trying to find which job is the most fun to do in Bloxburg, and I have done some of these jobs and some of these jobs I also haven't done. But before we get into this video, I do want to say that I do have a Discord, so if you would like to be in a build battle or any of my videos in the future, then please feel free to join that. It will be linked in the description. But let's get straight on into this video. So the first job we have is pizza person. Now this job is personally my favorite, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite in fun wise. It's definitely great for money, and I think pizza place and the burger job are both the best for money. If I'm correct, I'm not too sure. But this job, if you do and you're new to Bloxburg, I completely missed the pizza man. As I was saying, if you are new to Bloxburg, then you will probably find this job fun for a bit. But after a while, and you've done it for ages like I have, you do get very, very bored of it. So you will have to watch a show, or at least, what? I don't know what I'd rate the fun of this job out of 10. I would probably say it's probably about a 4, as there is nothing entertaining about it. You are just picking up a pizza and delivering it all over the map. But obviously, if you are in more for the money reason rather than the job being fun, then this job or Bloxy Burger is definitely the way to go. Now, moving on to the next one, which is a fast food worker. Now, I personally have a love-hate relationship with this job because it is so stressful. So, obviously, you have so many interactions with this job. You have so much you can do. But as you can see, I'm going to purposely do this wrong, so I'll show you why I get stressed. So, as you can see, you'll read it on the board. So obviously I'm going to do 2 patties instead of 1 and then just follow the rest of the rules. Oh, I didn't even place that. But if you do a burger wrong, then it doesn't go through and you won't get money for it, as you can see. But if you do the burger right, you will. That's a bit why this job is stressful. Except though, the fact I like about this job is it has so many different things you can do. So you can chop up vegetables, you can deep fry fries, I think, and you can also stock up on empty items, and you can also fry burgers, and you can also be a cashier on the front, which also to me is very stressful. But I would say this job is pretty fun, and if I had to rank it, I would probably give it an 8 out of 10. And the next job is a janitor. Now, this job, I think, I wouldn't say it's fun, but I would say it is quite satisfying. So obviously, you'd kind of clean up the sign and it would go away, and you basically just keep doing this. Like I say, there isn't a variety of things that you can do in this job. There are just like little ones like this, so you keep going to all of them and cleaning them up. Same with the pizza one, you grab a pizza and you go and take the pizza. So there's technically only one thing you kind of can do on this job. And personally, I would probably rate this job again probably a 4 out of 10 for being fun. If you are like one of those people that are like cleaning and stuff like that, or find cleaning satisfying, then maybe this is a job for you. But personally for me, I find this pretty boring. And the next job is a miner. Now, in my opinion, I have only ever done this job twice and I've not liked it. You pretty much just keep mining. I'm not sure if you can find certain like gems or anything like that in the mine, but all you do is just mine this whole square and just keep mining until obviously you have the money you desire to reach. Now, there isn't really much to say about this job because it's literally, as I said, all you're doing is just mining. So if I was to be honest, on a scale of fun, I would give this a 2 out of 10, but this is obviously just my personal preference. I think this is just pretty boring and I wouldn't be able to do this for hours. And the next job is a mechanic. Now, personally, I do quite enjoy this one. So as you can see, he wants new wheels, so I will go and get him new wheels. I think these are the right ones. But basically, all this basically is you get different things you can do to the bikes. So obviously, he needs new wheels. Now, what you can do with this job is you can actually paint cars as well, and I think some may need oil. As I said, this car needs a paint, so you'll get the paint that she wants and you will do it on the car. Now, the reason I like this more than some of the other jobs is because you have multiple things you can do. You can change the wheels, you can do the paint, and you can do the oil, I think that is over there. But this is a pretty good job if you don't want to keep doing the same thing. And I would probably rate this job maybe a 6 or a 7 out of 10. But if you are new to Bloxburg, then this is a pretty fun job to do. And the next one is a cashier. Now, my little tip for this is to place all of the bags out before you start scanning items. So what this one is you just scan all of the items, which personally I find pretty fun as it reminds me of, I think, like Supermarket Simulator, I think. It basically reminds me of that, and this can get pretty boring after a while, but it is still quite fun to just scan a bunch of shopping and put them into bags, in my opinion. Now, if I was to rate this, I would definitely say it's about a 7 or maybe an 8 out of 10 because it is quite fun, but I can understand where it would get quite boring after a while. And the next one is a pizza baker. Now, personally, I don't like this one, but that is just because I find it a little bit confusing sometimes, and it's just hard to sometimes do, in my opinion. But again, that is all up to your own. You basically just make the pizzas that come up on the screen. The good thing about this is the fact they are all different pizzas. Sometimes you will get the same, obviously, but you do just want to keep making the pizzas and doing what it says on the thing, and that is how that job works. Like I said, personally, this isn't the job I'd go for, but if I was to rank it on a scale of funness, I would probably give it a 5 out of 10. And the next one is a stocker. Now with this one, you basically fill up shelves that are low on stuff, so this one right here, and it will refill it. Now, if you're like me and you do find this stuff quite satisfying, you will probably like this job. Now, I do like it that it's not the same thing you have to refill all the time, and I just refilled that and it's already out again. But this one is pretty fun while you do it, but it probably will get a bit tedious after a while. So personally, I would probably rate this a 7 out of 10. And the next job is a wood cutter. Now, I've only ever done this job like twice, and I wouldn't say it's my favorite, as all you're doing is you just need to keep chopping a tree down, and that is basically what you get paid for. As I said, there's pretty much not a lot to this job. You just cut down trees and that is it, really. So I would probably give this like a 1 or 2 out of 10, but that is just my personal opinion. And the next one is a hairdresser, and I will say this one isn't bad with being fun. So obviously you would see the hair they want. This is kind of hard to read. I have no idea what that hair is. I'm gonna take a guess it's this one, and they want it green, and you do get different ones every time. So as you can see, I say you get different ones. This is the same hair, and he wants his hair color to be a black, and that should be right. There you go. So this one is pretty fun as it does obviously switch up all the time with the colors and everything. Now if you do this for a few hours, it will probably get boring, but I would probably give this job a 5 or a 6 out of 10. And the next one is a fisherman. Now I've never really done this job much. This does remind me of the actual game Fish, but if you do like that kind of game or like fishing, you will probably like this game, and basically all you have to do is put the fishing rod in until you see this little part go in the water and pull it out, and then that is how you will get your earnings. Now for this job, you do have to kind of stay focused on it. You can't really do like the pizza job where you just kind of do it and then you can just watch a film. You can't really, because you have to watch when this goes down. But I'll probably definitely rate this one up there with like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. And the last one is a seller. Now this one is basically making ice cream. So you would basically make the ice cream. I don't know what that is. I think that's sprinkles. I'm gonna add this, and you'll give it to them. So you're basically an ice cream person, which is pretty fun, but it will probably get a little boring after a while. But I've never really done this one a lot before, and you do also get a lot of different things that people would like. So they do ask for different ones every time, which is pretty good, so you're not doing the same. Probably rate this job either a 6 or a 7 out of 10. Now, the part you have all been waiting for is what is the most fun job, and personally I think it is the Bloxburg job, as you can do a lot of things in this job. There are different activities that you can do during this job to make it less boring. Now, this did have a revamp, so maybe that is why, but that is the most fun job in my opinion. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, then please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. And let me know in the comments what your favorite job to do or your most fun job to do is on Bloxburg. And I've linked my TikTok, my Instagram and my Discord on the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.